So here we are back at Saltburn, home of your big victory. What's it like to be back?
Oh, it's good to be back. I mean, it's a course that I like and sort of suits sort of style of riding that I've been getting better at this year. So yeah, good to be back.
You've just been out with the whole team. What have you discovered? Anything? Is it just? I mean, you did enough laps before. You probably got it ingrained in the head anyway.
Oh, exactly. And like I've been here since I did the TT on Wednesday, so I've been here since Tuesday. So I've had enough time to do a few laps. But yeah, it's just sort of going around as a team, looking at a few points that might be favourable to attack on. Yeah, I'm just looking at that sort of stuff.
How do you think the effect of having World Tour riders in the race is going to be?
I mean, it'll be very different to East Cleveland's race because those guys, well, you know, there's an element of pressure on them. If they don't win, then it's not a particularly great look for them. So I think it'll be a lot more aggressive at the start, a bit like how the circuit race was yesterday with FDJ controlling it from the front, from the gun. So I think it'll just be being aware to that at the start, because last year it all split up at the front, like lap 1 or 2. So I think it'll be similar to that again. It'll just be on the front foot from the gun, and if you can get in the right move, then yeah, then you're in the right place, and it'll be a bit easier from there.
Is there an element early on in these races to try and reduce the numbers down to make it safer?
Yeah, I mean, after sort of 2 hours, sort of natural selection takes its place anyway. But yeah, it's a bit easier if everyone's just a bit more comfortable when you're riding in, say, a group of, say the peloton 70 riders versus 150. But I don't know, because it's not got the 5-minute climb in it like it did last year. It's probably not going to split as much, I'd think, so early on. I'd say it's probably going to be like an hour or so, and then it'll start, then the endurance will kick in of the other guys. Chris disagrees, but
well, there are two climbs, aren't there? There's Saltburn and then there's Boozbeck, or
and then there's another one.
It starts with B on the other side.
Yeah.
Are they tough climbs? I mean, we know Saltburn is steep. Yeah,
they're not particularly long climbs, but it's the fact that they're all back to back to back. You don't get much rest. But I imagine they'll be ridden flat out tomorrow on the first 2-3 laps, which is when, the peloton will probably go from 150 or whatever it is to half the amount, and then it will, sort of settle in probably a bit more after that. But it'll still be hard.
So it's a tough enough climb to actually gap the rest, because there is a long descent afterwards, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's no recovery, no getting back on that.
There's no recovery if you're out of position. If you're in position, it's all right, because no one's going to be going as hard as they can on the descent, because you're just towing everyone along. But so yeah, if you're like 50 wheels back, it'll be a lot harder though. So yeah, everyone will be fighting for that front position. So that'll increase the speed through there anyway. So yeah.
Well, finally, is it like it's different to a normal British Nat B, but also different to a European pro race, even though you've got all the pros, so it's a bit of a mix of the two, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be a bit of a mix of the two. It'll just be a more aggressive, faster version of, say, what like Cleveland was. It won't be as aggressive, you'd say, as a European race, but I imagine it'll just be a faster version with a lot more attacks from the other guys, because they won't want to mess about at the start of the World Tour guys, I don't think. So we'll just have to see how it splits and what the sort of wind direction is, really, to be honest. So because that will play a big part in that.
And without giving too much away, are they going to be team leaders, or is just everyone for themselves in this?
It's the national, so it's a bit more everyone for themselves to a point.
I mean, it's not supposed to be teamwork, as far as I know.
No. I don't know. We're more likely to be, say we're getting a break, and we're obviously going to be a bit more favourable to ride with one another. But when it comes down to the finish line, I'm not going to be leading someone out. So it'll be principally every man for themselves. Yeah.
Well, I hope you have the same luck as East Cleveland.
Thank you. Hope so too.
Yeah, right.